If you had a job where you come to work and people clap for you, it would change your entire mood.
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Or you can grow a conscience in the next 5 minutes and see where that takes you.
Don't this hit make my people wanna jump? Don't this hit make my people wanna jump? Don't this hit make my people wanna jump?
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listing.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style.
There can be only one magical Negro.
Come el tiki que llama que buena baila usted a la vuelta papi otra vez llegó los negros de.
It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace.
Howling hard from the heart.
This is pathetic.
Where we used to live.
Life could be worse.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Vai, quebra, tem mais, vai. Menina, chega aí. Vai, olha, danado. Eita!
And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down.
I'm bag of pixie dust. Contraband.
They're going to do the Mary Poppins thing. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Magic mirror on the wall. The fairest one of all.
Oh, bitch, you killed Kenny.
Kenny.
You fat hoe.
I get it. I'm not persecuted. I'm just an ass.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, and no, the show was not supposed to start at 7:30 a.m. Folks, it has been a crazy week. I am back at work physically 4 days in the office. Yeah, they dropped that little banger of news last week. And said, 4 days in the office next week. So it's been nuts, and I'm running off of like 4 hours sleep. So, which explains when I tried to set the stream up for tonight, it was this morning. So I apologize. I would never have a stream that darn early while I'm working. But anyway, welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole. Of course, this is the Spice Lounge, where we get into that spicy conversation and hot topics of what's going on, what's cracking out there in pop culture, and always no filter. I do not tell you what to think. I do not tell you what to do. I do not tell you to cancel Disney Plus. You figure that out on your own. I just give you my opinion. And that and $2 may get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Either way, we like to have fun on the show. We are happy culture warriors, as Andrew Breitbart would say. So let's see, who have we got in the chat, because we've got so much to talk about, including, dang, I can't spell, including Josh Tomorrow scrapping plans for I'll say allegedly scrapping plans for Villains Land. We're going to talk about that because, frankly, if you're surprised at that rumor, you have not been paying attention. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. And we're also going to talk about the trailer for House of the Dragon. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, among a whole bunch of other hot topics to make you folks aware of. So come on in. I see you between YouTube and X. Thank you so very much. So glad you guys are coming in here. Let's see who we got. I'll warn you, I'm really punchy tonight. The only thing that could have made tonight even crazier is if there was a software release. So I don't have to do that for like about two more weeks. Let's see, we got Thanatos Felicitas in the house. Hello. Just hello, everyone. Well, good to see you, my dear. We have got Keely Chow says, hey, everybody, good morning from Hong Kong. Yes, Hong Kong. Hold on, say it. Ground zero for my Chinese ancestor on my father's side coming to the New World. I want to talk about that in a little bit. There's a connection. Hey Tom, good to see you, my dear. Much love. Says hey. Good seeing you. And Linda here as well says hello, Lorena, and everyone in the chat. What's so good seeing you and Tom. Big hugs to both of you. Let's see who else we got. We have got Dylan C in the chat as well, saying, hey, Reina, what's up, chat? Well, I am so very, very glad to see you. And let's see who else we got. We have got, I've been waiting since 7:30 a.m. LOL. You know what? I never should have. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. I think if there's a choice between me setting up a stream in the morning and just doing it the night before, I should probably do it the night before. Maybe. I'm still kidding. Honestly, I'm glad to be employed. After being unemployed for so long and then getting used to being employed and used to having 3 days at home to work from home, and now it's 4 days working in the office. It's a mess. Oh, all right. Let's see. Been waiting for 12 hours. Boy, are my arms tired. So I got up early for nothing. That's when those of you who are my mods, who have my phone number, it's just like, yo, did you really mean to set that for? I didn't. Of course, we can see CJ in the chat, side 4. And Charles is here. Hey, Charles. Good to see you. Says, hey, everyone. That Sucks at Villain Land is scrap. Well, yes and no. And it seems to be a similar MO. Now I'm gonna save that for the section when I talk about Josh tomorrow, because I'm not dropping that analysis until I'm ready to do it in my show. No free gossip yet. Gotta watch it here first. Let's see, we have got Amanda puts a lot on the chat. Says hello, lovely the Reina and Cheery chat. Ready for some spice, eating dirty rice for a side. Oh yes, dirty rice. Dirty rice is so delicious. Dirty rice. That's dirty rice. That's a Cajun. That's a Cajun dish. You chop up. You get, first of all, you get the chicken livers, okay? Because you don't waste anything. Cajun cooking is like, they're basically French descended rednecks. They're Acadians, right? So you get the chicken livers and you cut them up. You just dice it real fine, and then you stir it in with the rice and the Cajun spices, and it's that coloring that it gets from the chicken livers that gives it this dirty look. That's why they call it dirty rice. Dang, that's some good eating. Whew. Now I want some. If you're not in New Orleans, just go to Popeyes and order some dirty rice. That's pretty much close to it. You'll love it. Kane Books, hello. There's greetings. Look like House of the Dragon got new cameras or a new cinematographer for season 3. My money is on a new cinematographer. Because that dark shooting for the first 2 seasons was just ass. How blind are these people? But anyway, yes, I did notice that. We'll scrub through the trailer for House of the Dragon because I can't play it because HBO is asshole. Okay. They really are. Let's see. We have got Captain Mickey Mouse 1. Hello. So we don't know what's coming into Villains Land. Yes and no. We know it's villains, but not specifically what. Especially now. We're going to talk about that. I love the hair, Lorena. Oh, well, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. I'm still getting used to it. People love me as a blonde. I do too. So I'm back. Never change your hair color to please a man. I'll tell you. That's a story for another time. He didn't like me being a blonde. He wanted me to have that traditional Latina look with the dark hair. I was like, yeah, I did it for a while. I'm like, okay, you got to go. Timothy Perziwara 4613. I know I murdered that, and I'm so sorry, my dear. Says hi. Well, hi, hello, and welcome. Josh may have actually seen the writing on the wall. But Dark Universe was like, stop everything. But that's amusing. He saw the light just now. We're going to talk. We are definitely going to talk about it because I have my theories. And we've seen this movie before. And I'll get to that in a minute. It's not a TSL without food torture. This is true. Yeah. I won't even get into the Cajun fried rice that I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Yeah. Well, we didn't have chicken liver, so we did ground beef. LOL. Yeah, use what you got. Ground beef works too. Long as it looks dirty after it's all cooked, you can crumble it up and everything. But Cajuns, you use everything. Use that. Don't waste nothing. Oh, excuse me. Tom says, I can say that I have never changed my hair color for a man. I'm quite sure of that. Well, it was a temporary thing. I tried it to see what it looked like, and I saw it, and I'm just like, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Well, we have got 26 of you folks in here, so let me get started with our first piece of fun for the night. I hit you with some hot topics, and I've got some fun, very, very fun stuff for you guys. As you all know, I am a Creole. Creole on both sides of my family, but especially from New Orleans, Louisiana. And yes, I have been to Mardi Gras. Yes, I've been to Mardi Gras. My mother said, please don't end up on cops. And everything that you see is true. Although it is illegal to flash your boobs for beads. But that don't stop people. That don't stop people. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yes, this is so New Orleans. Everything about it is New Orleans, and it's straight up true. You see the dude with the turtle? That's soup right there.
Yeah, it's Mardi Gras time. We outside all day. Arriving like a floating going by king.
I do not want to get claimed, but yes, the parade routes, that must be a fake Louis Vuitton bag. Got the beads. Oh. The special beads, those are the ones that you want. There's the cheap ass ones. Like if you see the Mardi Gras that they do at Universal, which I call it the cleaned up family friendly Mardi Gras, because there's nothing. If you want family friendly Mardi Gras, you need to go out to Metairie. Okay. I've been to Mardi Gras in the French Quarter. There's so much freaking debauchery down there. But anyway, what you want is specialty chain. This one is like chains, fake gold, but it's different. People want the unique beads. That's the ones that people flash their boobs for. I didn't flash my boobs. I just got up on a step ladder and had a sign that said throw beads. And I got lots of beads thrown at me, and everyone around me got lots of beads thrown. So eventually people started crowding around where I was on the step ladder. In New Orleans is absolutely, absolutely nuts. But yes, somebody is, so you tease people like, oh, you want it? You want it? You want it? Throw me something, mister. That's what they're talking about. Does people include the Reina? Yes, it does. It does. Flashing should be considered a community service. Wait, is that they throwing out TVs? This must be in one of the other wards, because this is definitely not. You can't do that in the French Quarter. Shia LaBeouf got beaten up at Mardi Gras. It's not Mardi Gras without some fights and a couple shootings. The New Orleans police are busy. Literally, they say if you get into a fender bender, don't call them, because they're all down in the quarter, including my favorite, the mounted police on horses. Yep, walking around the quarter. Go back on YouTube. Go on YouTube and Google cops at Mardi Gras. That's all I'm gonna say. So they're bouncing it up to get it ready for soup. Gotta make a hype. Gotta make a hype. The one time I did do the floats at Mardi Gras at Universal, they tell us, you gotta tease them for the beads. You want it? You want it? Yeah. My birth town is southwest of New Orleans. Southwest. I don't know where Southwest is. That particular area. I know Opelousas, but Opelousas is north. Opelousas is northwest of New Orleans, because apparently my family left New Orleans and then inland to Opelousas, where there's nothing in freaking Opelousas, Louisiana. A likely story. Why is there a flat screen on the float? Now I know someone must have been drinking since the day before. I've never seen a flat screen TV on a float. Who's throwing that? Or is it an empty box? I don't know. The fifth Ninja Turtle Beauregard. I live in New Orleans. It's much wilder than that. They had to call Jefferson Parish Police for help. Yes. The times that I have been to New Orleans, yes, New Orleans for Mardi Gras in the quarter is not for the faint of heart. It's not. I did the cultural thing, and that was it. I don't want to do it again. That's when I was single with no kids. Ah. But anyway, let's see. So we're gonna go from that to I know I told you guys that like yes, there is a Chinese in my family, but how that happened is that apparently the first Asian American settlement was established by Filipino fishermen 1763. 1763 is when Louisiana went from a French colony to a Spanish colony. So you had the Spanish treasure fleet that would come from Spain to the Americas. It'd stop in Cuba. They break off. One would go, I think, further south. The other one would go from the Pacific, from what we now know as like Panama to the Philippines. And there, they would actually trade like silver to China in exchange for silk, porcelain, all that stuff, because China was addicted to silver because I forget which emperor it was, but decreed that all the taxes had to be paid in silver. Guess who had silver? Spanish did. But anyway, very cool to find this out because between myself and a bunch of other people that were all related to, it's all just like Filipino DNA. And we're like, how did that happen? I said, quite possibly some merchant went to the Philippines, like they did from where Hong Kong is now, Canton, to the Philippines. There's actually a Chinatown that is in the Philippines. And then the galleon from the Philippines to the Americas. So you had some people who just like, forget it. I ain't trying to deal with the Spanish. I'm not trying to deal with the fight with the Spanish. Go look it up. There's a lot of animosity, but they were like, forget it. I'm not staying on the Spanish ship. So a lot of them settled in Louisiana, in Santa Malo, I think. Marshy area did nobody want to go in. And they're part of the reason why there's so much shrimp in New Orleans. It's like you cannot have a meal without shrimp. And those of you from New Orleans know what I'm talking about, right? It is an obsession. It's like Creoles, we don't really want to touch crawfish because those are mud bugs. Cajuns like the crawfish. But New Orleans, shrimp. The whole industry around shrimp in New Orleans was brought over by Filipino fishermen. So it is an obsession with shrimp in New Orleans. How did it happen? A lot of people banged, son. A lot of people banged. Yes. I'm just like, what nationality did not involve sex in my family life? I'm like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Sounds like my dad's Sicilian ancestors had some African history. People just gathered in certain areas. Yeah, they did. Just follow like trade routes. So I'm like, oh, this is really wild. Finding all this out. But this is another reason why Cajun and Creoles love Chinese food. This is Miss Shirley's Chinese restaurant in New Orleans. I freaking love her. She's like the best auntie. I love her.
Do you celebrate Mardi Gras?
Well, everybody celebrates Mardi Gras in New Orleans. This is New Orleans. Okay, all right. Well, let's go to the kitchen, right? My name is Shirley.
Tons of Chinese restaurants in New Orleans. Like from way back.
Cooking Chinese. My home cooking.
You've been cooking how long in New Orleans?
I've been in New Orleans 50 years. I stay here every day.
I heard you came out of retirement.
I did. My daughter made me come back to work.
Do you always work with your daughter?
I'm not going to kill her. I'm not going to kill her. You know what I mean? Okay, this is hot dog meat, Gulf shrimp, Louisiana. Okay, with some
Gulf
Chinese
shrimp.
So you actually make the dumpling dough here?
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
Tastes better. Home cooking. I love people. I cannot stay home. I love people. If I retire, I don't see all my customers. When I open the restaurant again,
They even got the Vietnamese bakery that makes the king cakes.
Sorry, are you go see doctor? I said, no, doctor, come see me. When me and my husband come to New Orleans, I don't know anybody. Only 2 suitcases. And now I have so many friends.
Oh my God, look at that.
My friend, my buddy, I tell every customer coming, welcome to New Orleans. Well, I hope you got a lot of drinking to eat. That's New Orleans, party city.
You've been here longer than Hong Kong. You a New Orleanian?
I've been here for 50 years, kind of, right? But I still speak Chinese. I still watching my Chinese soap opera at home.
You said sometimes you want to kill a Carling.
Oh, so opinion.
But aren't you happy she stayed in?
A Chinese Southern accent is amazing. Yeah. You know what's even crazier than that? Chinese Jamaican accent. Yeah, I know that food looks absolutely amazing. It does. It really does. Absolutely delicious. I can't wait. Miss Shirley's. That sounds like a soul food restaurant. Called Chinese soul food restaurant. I'll be right there. Another thing to pass on, you guys. Bruce Lee has a stamp now. I don't know if you knew that, but Bruce Lee has a forever stamp. So I need to find a post office because I'm rarely there, and I need to get this forever stamp. How cool is that? So they are available at the U.S. Post Office. If you don't want to go to the post office, you can probably go to the UPS store or something like that and get them. But yeah, this is one you definitely want to collect. So I know that I do. So it's a huge deal that Bruce Lee is on a stamp. So I say check it out. Yeah, his daughter Linda actually helped spearhead this. So that is really cool. Very, very cool that he has a stamp. So they're on sale at the post office. I think you can buy them online too. I'm not a stamp collector, but there's certain stamps that come out that I like have to have. This is one of them. So definitely go and check that out. All right, let's see. All right, let's hop on over here to House of the Dragon, shall we? So I'm gonna have to EFAP this because this is a teaser, so it won't take very long. So EFAP this through here.
Where were you?
It's so good. It's so good to see Daemon Targaryen. Petty ass Daemon Targaryen. He's so damn petty. Petty, and I love it. Oh wait, no. Sorry. I'm blanking on names. I hear Abinasi yelling at me. Gosh, which Targaryen? Wasn't Aegon? Dang it. I have to go back and check it out. $5 says Lorena somehow related to Bruce Lee. That would be cool as hell. But is it, on, let's see, would it be on his dad's side or his mother's side? Because his mother's Dutch. I do Dutch ancestry. So anyway, just look up the history of Canton, all right? All kinds of men were going through Canton. As a matter of fact, the Chinese emperor banned foreign women coming to Canton. Because they did not want to have to deal with it. Was bad enough that foreigners were there in Canton, and that's what they were relegated to. Just I think like 2 square miles, I think, in Canton to trade. But yeah, they said no women whatsoever. Linda took Bruce Lee's story and made it into a series called Warrior. Yes, she did. Kane Brooks, thank you. Aemon Targaryen, thank you. That's Aemon. Hey, Aldo, good to see you. Good seeing you, my awesome. All right, we got dragon action. Okay, see, last season bored the crap out of me. I almost came close to not watching the show again because the second season was so freaking boring. It's like standing around and talking. And I do not want standing around and talking. I want fights. I want disembowelments. I want beheadings. I want lots of stabbing going on. I want to see lots of dragons flying and lighting crap up on fire. Dracarys every freaking where. And I did not get my fighting dragons. I was not happy. But it looks like I got my flying dragons now.
Alicent came to Dragonstone. She will open the gates of the Red Keep and surrender to me.
And you believe that crap? I don't know. But anyway, like someone said earlier, and I'm forgetting who said it. I think it was, oh my gosh. Yes. Kane Book says, yes, this is good. I'm like, I'm not squinting to see the colors. I don't have to change anything to be able to see it. It looks gorgeous. You know what? Maybe they grabbed somebody from somebody who was working on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, because that lighting is really good too. Yeah, so they may have done that. All right, let's keep it going.
You cannot trust her.
That's what I said. They're Daemon Targaryen. You know what? Whatever you want to say about House of the Dragon, I was so impressed with Matt Smith. I went back and started watching episodes of Doctor Who. I'd never had any interest in watching Doctor Who until I saw Matt Smith's performance. And Matt Smith actually came to MegaCon last year. And he was so funny. He's like, we're in Florida. What should we eat while we're here? And we're all yelling, Gator. He's like, Gator, where would I get that? I said, we can tell you plenty of places to get it. So I don't know. He might have had some alligator while he was here. And he likes Biggie Smalls. Just saying. Also notice how encompassing their heads are in the frame. Yeah, it looks freaking gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Freaking love it.
The king has abdicated the throne. A new dawn is coming.
My dragons. My dragons. I love the dragons in House of the Dragon. I mean, you kind of saw them in, Game of Thrones, and they looked, they're okay. But the dragons in House of the Dragon have their own personality, their own, way of moving, way of flying. All of them fly differently if you pay very, very close attention. Freaking love it. How did you like good old 11, Reina? 11 what? I'm kind of lost. Can you give me some context? I am running on 4 hours of sleep.
A new line of unsullied kings.
Burning people up. Sorry, not sorry. I love dragons. And they bring it. They bring it. This is freaking gorgeous.
You are the queen of dragons.
Yeah. Queen of Dragons. Oh, Matt Smith is. Was the 11th Doctor? Yes, I really did. I liked him. I really do. He's my favorite Doctor. He's my favorite Doctor. Dragons go. Yes, Dracarys. That's what we want. Is this Corlys Valerian? The sea snake. So we're gonna get to see. Granted, I did not read the books, but Abu Nas told me about the sea snake. He's famous for his sea battles. Of course, that's why they call him the sea snake. So maybe we're gonna finally see some action.
Absolute power within your grasp.
I love it. That's the red dragon. That's Rhaenyra's dragon. Let me go back here. Yes, that's That's Rhaenyra's dragon. Whenever she lands, she makes it known, do not mess with Rhaenyra. Her dragon, and I'm forgetting her dragon's name, her dragon is my favorite. She's just like, I see you, and I will burn you to a crisp. CJ says everyone prefers Tennant, but Smith is my favorite Doctor as well from the reboot era. If we add the OGs, entirely different ball game. Yeah, Tennant was okay. He was all right, but yeah, I love Matt Smith as a Doctor. He's my fave. Oh, now that I remember, Corlys Valerian's bastard son is a dragon rider. Yeah, found out he could ride dragons. See the latter part of season 2.
Soon or late, Rhaenyra will send her new dragons here.
That's right. All the dragon riding Targaryen bastards are coming for your ass. Oh, that's Caraxes? You know what? I need to go back and read. I do like Caraxes, though. I do like Caraxes. So whiskey and cold brew is a good thing, just saying. Oh, I have to try it. I haven't had any alcohol in quite a while.
It would be the end.
That looks so... This is what I want. This is what I wanted in season 2. I don't care about chicks standing around lamenting their lot in life. No. I want to see that. You can do that a little bit that too, but come on. Dances with Dragons. Dang. What's she got in there? I guess because Alice tricked her ass. Yeah, that's Corlys. I want to see Aemon and Daemon go at it. Yeah, because does Daemon can pretty much control Aemon to a point. But it's always that fine point. You ever notice every time Aemon shows his ass, Daemon gets him to like, it's like, boy, you better step away from me. Yeah, he usually retreats, but we'll see what happens here. California Dreamin'. Hello, my dear. Says long time no talk, friend. Glad to have caught a live. Well, I'm glad you caught it too. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're here. Freaking dragon.
This is the moment you become queen.
Yeah. Because she has to stop thinking that everybody has her best. It's as petty as Daemon freaking is. Okay. For the most part, he's got Rhaenyra's back. I tell you, can't trust the people. Kind of like how he was trying to tell his brother, you can't trust these people. But this is character growth. I mean, she's finally coming around to just like, just burn all of them. Not gonna lie. Quality wise, it looks good. The lighting looks good. I hope season 3 we don't get a break in a good way. I want to see my fighting dragons. So you guys who are watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the teaser for the House of the Dragon? And yes, it is just a teaser. That is true. It's to whet your appetite for maybe I want to watch the show. I want to see a little more. But I do know what they cannot afford to do this season is have a slow paced dragging ass season, pun intended, like season 2. That can't happen again. If that happens, I truly am out. But so far so good. So I believe that's going to come out in June on HBO Max. And thank you AT&T for giving me HBO Max for free. I appreciate that, even though I can never leave y'all. All right, let's see. Yeah. Let's rip the Band-Aid off of this sucker. Thanatos Felicitas says, I have no interest in anything Game of Thrones related. I despise how J.R.R. Martin writes. Really? Well, to each their own. I actually do like his writing. Although I find it disingenuous how he was screwing us all over about Winds of Winter. He's never doing that. He's never going back to it. Never going back to it. All right, folks. So here we have the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. Maybe that teaser they put during the Super Bowl, I don't know what that was, but it was stupid. It was so dumb. So here's a new trailer. Again, fair use YouTube and scrubbing through this. So why does that, I guess, remind me of Tatooine. All right, but it's only one son, wasn't two. R2 unit. All right, there we go.
Hey, never touch the buttons.
Adventures in Babysitting in Space, y'all. Featuring Grogu. Oh, this is so not Star Wars, but here we go. Razor Crest. This isn't Coruscant, is it? When is Grogu going to grow up? Charles, he is never going to grow up. Grogu is only going to grow up when Disney can't make any money off of his cute persona. And right now, his cute persona sells. It does.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I want to know who does that voice, even though he does sound like he's from New York and has 4 arms. Quite intriguing looking character, though. I will say that.
Looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Is this the one with the son of Jabba the Hutt? Or something like that? I really don't understand the obsession really with the Hutts, but you know, it's what it is. Martin Scorsese did that voice. Okay. No wonder. Yeah, it's a very distinctive voice. So I do like the voice. But let's see, we got the Hutts involved.
Gangsters, war criminals.
Long. Can I just say I lament the fact that there was no Twi'lek slave girls walking around in front of Hutts.
The Empire. Let's take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Again, another cute shot of Grogu with his little armor on. It's all about this little booger, y'all. Okay, we got fire. Aren't those the snowtroopers? The creature that is played by Martin Scorsese was in Solo. Oh, okay. I don't remember anything from Solo. I know I wanted my loyalty points back for watching that. I saw Solo before I saw The Last Jedi. Life happened. I just didn't get a chance to do it. So I'm like, okay, let me go see Solo. Let me check it out. And then I'm just like, what the heck was that? I'm like, it must be a one-off. So let me go back and watch The Last Jedi. Last Jedi, I was so mad. I almost threw stuff at the TV because I watched it on demand. I shut it off and I didn't watch anything Star Wars for a year. I couldn't freaking believe what I saw. I was just like, Luke's going to wake up, right? Or he's going to wait. This is how it ends? Get me started. Get me started. Fire! Yes, fire. Lethal fire. It looks like the snow troopers. Like the ones that were on Hoth. Because again, in the Super Bowl commercial, did you see the Tauntauns running like they were the Budweiser Clydesdale horses through the snow? Just saying. Just saying. Solo lost money. Yes, it did. Some part of Solo was not good at all. I would rather been somewhere else. It's just my loyalty points. That's all I wanted back. That's why my loyalty points. Oh, wait, no, $2. I had to pay $2 because there was a recent film so I could use my loyalty points. So yeah, so my $2 and my loyalty points back for that nonsense. Absolutely nuts. And he shot. Did you see how he shot him John Wick style? That is not lost on me. Here, there you go. Pay attention. Yeah, right there. Just shoot him. Blaster foo, not gun foo, but blaster foo. And that one too. Kill shot. We haven't seen that in The Mandalorian like it was kind of promised with the trailer for season 1. So, not gonna lie, this right here, this scene is the one that actually made me continue watching the trailer. Freedom. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Headshot. You always get me when there's a headshot.
This isn't about revenge.
Of course, we got Sigourney Weaver and another shot, a little Grogu. So I like seeing Sigourney Weaver. I like her as an actress. Now he levitating the darn roller droids. I keep calling this one the dump truck droid.
It's about
breaking stuff.
Preventing another war.
Okay, so we got another war coming. All right.
Strap in.
I do like not gonna lie, I like the feature. Is that y'all I have to forgive me, don't pull my nerd card, but I thought that was Cad Bane. Okay. Again, we do not need to see his face. Okay, Favreau, I was kind of with you until you did this. All right. You did Mandalorian, you're not supposed to see his face. And frankly, Pedro Pascal is so freaking overexposed. Can we not see him? Freaking saying, just Anyway, here we go.
You will suffer.
That's not Cad Bane. That's somebody else, right? Y'all tell me.
His turn.
Okay, so to paraphrase Big Worm, I'ma kill him, kill you, and him. Look at Pedro trying to look fierce. Okay, whatever. I'm just tired of Pedro Pascal. He's so freaking overexposed. And the Mandalorian is not supposed to show his face yet again.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor.
So you got Grogu getting all kitted up and loaded out. Merchandising. Okay. So they just roll. Sorry. Somebody needs to meme this to basically say they see me rolling, they hating. This is just what this looks like here. Again, merchandising. They're going to sell that little darn vehicle at Disney and at Walmart and Target. Grogu with his little hubcap. I know. It's like, what's that supposed to do? Bourbon and Bulldogs. Hey, Kiss My Grits, what's up? Says if Mando and Grogu's plot picks up where season 3 left off, that's going to be a big issue when trying to appeal to a wider audience beyond the show. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because that season 3 jumped the shark. I mean, freaking Lizzo and Jack Black. Bonzo Kilborn says Mando and Grogu trailer was good. Looks like a fun romp through space to me. Well, I'm going to get to that comment in a little bit. I'm going to revisit it. I would rather have a root canal than at least get the control. Grogu wants to be a Barbie girl, but has to film this dumb movie instead. And Kristen Joe, hello, my darling, says Grogu and the Space Gangsters. I mean, seriously, look at this. Why am I here? Which one of Snoop Dogg's? Better yet, oh my gosh, I hear Warren G. Or Tupac's California Love. Sorry. Oh, I can't. Imagine a line of Grogu Poosh iced tea. Or Grogu wearing a Poosh iced tea. This stuff writes its own jokes, man. Yep, ride or die gang. Oh, you know what? They need to play some Cypress Hill. Sawed-off shotgun, hand on the pump. Here is something I can't. There's just something you can't understand. How I can just kill a man. Okay, all right. You see memes with that, you know where it came from. You know they are, Kristen. You have Grogu, Babu freaking his little cousins, all in the car, rolling around Galaxy's Edge. Looking more like white nerdy to me. No, I'm white nerdy. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Play the theme to power, Big Rich Dad. Oh Lord, this.
The kid will live centuries beyond me.
Wait, was he using was he using Yoda's stick? Ah, hell no. Y'all went there? Okay, now we all know what Yoda's walking stick looks like, right? Is he a new Yoda? All right, yeah, I oh God. Yes, Dylan, I do too. I missed this the first time around when I saw it, but now that I'm watching it again, I see it. You see him and his little hubcap on, and then that's obviously looks like Yoda's staff. I got a bad feeling about that. Just saying. Just saying. Yes, I am, because I need to build my droid in Droid Depot. I still have to build my droid and get the little snuggly that it goes in so everybody can see my droid. Droid Depot is a good time. Not gonna lie. Ruger's already at that get off my lawn stage. Wow. Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Beyond me.
about that.
I won't
Talking about him living beyond him.
always be around to protect him.
He was doing the Yoda pose there too. Only thing they need to do now is to show him in front of a cave using a stick to stir the dirt.
I won't always be around to protect him.
Yeah, you can use the force, but he needs you to protect him, okay?
Are you scared? You should be.
Why does that sound like Samuel L. Jackson? Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. Is this one related to the trash compactor monster? But it looks more like the basilisk from Harry Potter. I don't know. Why do I feel like I've seen this scene before? I feel like I've seen this in Star Wars before.
Do we run?
Oh, you know what? I wonder if the Hutts dropped them in there. Remember how in Return of the Jedi, when the one Twi'lek didn't want to get down with him, and he hit the button and she fell down into the pit where the Rancor was. Just saying. It looks a little too familiar.
Run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
Who's that dude? I don't even know who he is. Who's this guy? I don't know who that dude is. That's scary looking. Okay. I don't know who he is. I'm a Star Wars normie. I don't know who the heck he is. Don't need to care who he is.
This kid.
More fire. All right. Hang on one second. Oh, that's Zeb. Okay. Okay, apparently Zeb's not dead. All right. The animated show. I never watched the animated show. I never watched it. Okay, no, I take it back. I watched the Gennady Tartakovsky Clone Wars, which was dope. I did not watch the one Filoni did. I tried to watch one episode and I wanted to claw my eyes out. It just it's not working. Not working. How many side quests can one movie have? Is this Amanda Witcher? Shogi? I like that 4-leaf shogi. We're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. Seems they took the best moments from the previous movies and sequel trilogy to retcon into this movie. I have so many questions. So many questions with this. And here's another piece of merchandise, folks. We had Baby Yoda. Now we have Baby Greedo. I only have one question. Is Grogu going to shoot him first? They lucky I'm not writing this because I'd write something in this like that. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you, my dear. Another one of my amazing mods. My mods are awesome. I could not do this job without you guys. You guys freaking rock. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead, not Zed. I like to play on words. Call Zeb. Let's see. I liked Rebels. Nah, some people did. I didn't. I could not get into Rebels. I couldn't get into Rebels. Could not get into Clone Wars. It was just something about the storytelling that just didn't pull me in. I was just not interested. I have a short attention span, so you have to grab me like that. Like Tartakovsky's Clone Wars series, I freaking loved it. Although I did have a bias since he did the Powerpuff Girls, which is one of my favorite modern cartoons of all time, but looked amazing. Yeah. Don't care. Star Wars is dead. Well, it is to a lot of people. And Disney's to blame for that. Well, no. Yes. Yes and no. I know this will get me in trouble, but you know me. I don't care. It's my opinion. Sticking with it. The person to blame for Star Wars going in the toilet officially is George Lucas. He did not have to sell his property. He could have licensed it, but he decided to sell it. So once you decide to sell it to somebody, and yes, of course, Iger and Kennedy, blew smoke up a skirt and everything, but once somebody buys your property, they can do whatever the heck they want to do with it. And unfortunately, that's the case. And I find it very, very hard to believe that someone as shrewd in Hollywood as George Lucas got fleeced by the weatherman. I just don't get it. Or the coffee chick. I mean, I love George Lucas to death, but the more shrewd thing would have been, you get this license from me for 10 years and that's it. Just like what they did with Star Tours. Okay, they built that under George Lucas's supervision. Okay, Imagineering did. So that's why we thought the rest, Galaxy's Edge was going to be off the chain, But he didn't. He outright sold it. So when you outright sell it, you don't own it anymore. So that's it. That's the price of doing business that way. That's a different movie, but in this instance, we're all merciless women. Even FNAF lore is easier to understand than this crap, and Scott Cawthon rarely gives straight answers about the actual canon. Yeah, that Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the first one, I didn't see the second one. I heard the second one was ass. But the first movie, when I was in that theater, I barely got a ticket, I think 3 weeks before it premiered, and the crowd was packed and loving it. Loving all the references. It's great. Let's see. I agree. A Star Wars fan pointed that out. Yeah, I kind of broke Abu Das's heart when I said it, but I'm just like, look, it is what it is. It sucks, but it is what it is. Let's see. Or just hire a director to act as his proxy on the new movies. That's true, but once again, the person who is running Lucasfilm was Kathleen Kennedy. That wasn't going to happen. He made $4 billion. Yeah, he made a ton of money, but again, to quote Gamora, right, in Infinity War, what did it cost you? Thanos said everything. Yeah. Cost the true soul of Star Wars is what happened. Hey, Bosco, how you doing? Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Remember pod racing? Yep. The Winter Soldier? Yep. That's coming too. I want that stroller. I'm not going to lie. I would buy this. I would buy this for $20 at Walmart. I totally would. All right, let's go through this so we can get to Josh tomorrow.
What are you waiting for?
Wait. Is he going to steal? Is he going to steal the? Is he going to steal it? He's totally going to steal it. I knew it, little bastard. Wow. Somebody needs to play some gangster rap. Wow. It's when the ship goes down. You better be ready. You know what? If I ever have a watch party for this movie, I swear I'm just going to just put on all my Cypress Hill music that I have and watch the whole movie. Oh. Yeah, CJ, I did hear about that. I didn't really understand like all the hate that he got for the prequels. I didn't think they were bad, and Revenge of the Sith was like my second favorite Star Wars movie. Empire Strikes Back being the first, my all-time favorite. I thought Revenge of the Sith was actually a banger. Shoot. Grand Theft Stroller. Oh my gosh. I think we saw it coming. You know, we saw it coming. Okay. And he already know how to use it. Exhibit didn't even have to pimp his ride. He already knew. There's a rocket attack. Okay. We're fighting. Yeah, pod racing. Yep. So we can see Mando fly, yawn. We've seen him fly before. They fly now. They fly. He fly. Well, we knew he had a jetpack. Boba Fett had a jetpack. What? Okay, he got a cookie. He got a cookie. It's basically a blueberry macaron. You can make these at home. Oh, wait. Did he give him a snack? He gave him a snack, didn't he?
Let's save the rest for after dinner.
Product placement. They used to sell them things for $30. I'm like, what are y'all smoking? Ridiculous. My cookie. My cookie. Forged for IMAX. I'm not paying IMAX markup to see this. He took his juice. The Iron Man glide. Yup. Oh man, this movie. This movie. Well, first of all, let's see. Okay. 4-Leaf Shogi, thank you so very much for that super chat, my dear. Let me hit you up real quick. All right, 4-Leaf Shogi, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my dear. I sure do appreciate the support of my channel. I can't with Star Wars anymore. Kathy removed its heart, but Mark Hamill's gum flapping and Harrison's bad attitude destroyed its soul. You know, you're not wrong. And here's what I tell people. If you are not into Star Wars anymore, it's not your fault. It's Disney's fault. Because they took a cash cow and strangled it. There's no other way that I can put it. I have never seen a corporation, or we'll say a creative entity like Lucasfilm, employees going after fans on the internet. I've never seen that before in my life. So it was bad enough that this happened, but then Lucasfilm going after the fans. It's just like, hell no, I'll just leave and take my money and go elsewhere, and not even have to deal with it. And as much as I love Jon Favreau, I really do. And this could be like a good popcorn flick on the, well, I can't say exactly the level, but kitschy tongue-in-cheek fun, like say the Minecraft movie. Okay, I get that. All right, but this isn't saving Star Wars. Nowhere near going to save Star Wars. I don't know if this was the last thing that Jon Favreau wanted to do, and it's like, hey, let me do my movie, let me kind of sort of fix The Mandalorian, since season 3 left such a bad taste in people's mouths. I don't know, because originally this was supposed to be Mandalorian season 4, and they made it into a movie for theaters instead. So, will it make money? It'll make some money, but I don't know if it's going to make its marketing budget back. And I think there's two other movies, I think, coming out the same time, and I'm drawing a blank. Somebody's going to have to help me out. Something's telling me there's 2 bigger movies that are coming out that date. Okay, wait a minute. When does the new Super Mario Galaxy movie come out? Is that like the first week of April? Because the reason that I say that is because that movie is going to have very, very, very long legs. Somebody says Spider-Man. Oh, the new Spider-Man movie. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to see that. I saw No Way Home. Yeah, I saw No Way Home. And I don't know if I want to see that. I don't know if I see another Star Wars, other Spider-Man movie. I'm kind of tapped out. And besides, he's not my favorite Spider-Man. Hey Sam, how you doing, my dear? Good to see you. Good to see you. All you amazing people out there watching. I sure do appreciate you guys checking out the show. All right, so that was the, oh Lord, that was a trailer. That was a trailer. But I'll show you this real quick before we get to Josh tomorrow, because this all follows. Okay, so from Variety, Toy Story 5 trailer. I never thought I would actually say that in my lifetime. Toy Story 5. Woody and Buzz reunite to save kids from technology devices. What? I mean, you do realize that Pixar, initially created by George Lucas, got taken over by Steve Jobs, who gave us the iPad. And here's the thing that's most diabolical about this. Okay, and I'm trying to find out where the heck it is. So this is a trailer. But okay, apparently Forky got married. Forky's the most interesting character that's in here. But what I'm going to show you, if you're going to talk about technological devices, why are you not using an iPad? Why does it have to be a Leap Pad? Leap Pad, which is pretty much, it was okay, but you're going to use that and not use an iPad. Okay, so you're going to demonize technology when Pixar used technology to tell stories. Again, if y'all would have made it into an iPad, I would have given you credit, but you didn't. You didn't, and it's hypocritical as hell. It really is. There are only 3 Toy Story movies. You were absolutely correct. And if you didn't cry at the end of the 3rd movie, you have no soul. No. That scene was crazy. They were all happy to just die together. They should have used an iPad or Fire tablet instead. Yeah, especially a Fire tablet. Stick it to George, to a Jeff Bezos, but they can't use the iPad because of their investment in Apple. And I believe Steve Jobs' wife, I believe, is now the largest shareholder in Disney stock. Because when they sold Pixar to Disney, Steve Jobs became the largest individual holder of Disney stock. Individual, not institutional, individual. June 19th, there was a time when Toy Story trailers released a year and a half early because they had confidence. Yeah, we were like, when's the next one coming? But then again, that was also when computing power was much more expensive. So justice for Lotso, he was done dirty. Yeah, Lotso was on to something. That's all yeah, he kind of was. But yeah, this is a remake, not remake, excuse me, a sequel that nobody asked for. I don't know how Bo Peep let Woody out of the house. Woody apparently has male pattern baldness too in this one. But it all boils down to what's happening at Disney. So this is from Drew Smith. I've met Drew, cool dude. Before I get started with this, 50 of you all watching, thank you so very much. I appreciate the heck out of you guys for watching. Please hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to me. So coming from Drew Smith, Drew Disney Dude over on X. Cool dude, you got to follow him. Incoming Disney CEO Josh D'Amaro on his approach to leading Disney experiences worldwide. Disney is a delicate brand. Anything I can do to help more guests say they love Disney is a valuable use of my time. Hold on 1 second. Erica says leapfrog stuff is outdated now. LOL. That's my thing. Who the heck knows what a leapfrog is? Camera girl saw the trailer. Okay, because she grew up with the Toy Story movies. She was just like, they're using a leapfrog? Do you know what went in the trash after the iPads came out? The leapfrog. Because she had one. We got an iPad. She never picked that leapfrog ever again. They have to start with the leapfrog, then to have a fifth movie where the iPad is the next tech versus tech. LOL. Don't give him any ideas, Erica. You know they watch the show. They need to fight it out in the octagon MMA style. Yeah. Hey, Izzo. So sorry I'm late. How's it going? Well, you know what? You arrived precisely when you intend to. So it's going great. So glad to see you, my dear. Yeah, I will say this about Josh D'Amaro. Unlike the weatherman, Josh was always known for going out into the parks, especially at Disneyland. He was known for going out in the parks, kind of like Walt Disney would do. Just go out in the parks, greet people, be incognito, see what's going on, meet folks, check out the state of the parks. And he was pretty much beloved by the pixie dusters and pretty much, Disney fans by and large, because he would actually actively go out and hang around with people, actually feel comfortable being around the people. Iger is more comfortable hanging out with Hollywood people. You can tell in his body language how that works. So he does have, I would say, experience with leading Disney experiences, which is the parks division. So there is that. But he is right that Disney is a delicate brand, especially with how much things cost. So he's not wrong there. But what remains to be seen is exactly what he does. which is why this warmed my heart to see. So coming from Blog Mickey, rumor, although I believe there's a lot of credibility to this. Let me tell you why in a little bit. Initial Villains Land plan scrapped. Imagineers told to dream bigger. A rumor kicked off this past weekend about the upcoming Villains Land coming to Magic Kingdom. The rumor comes from the touring plans Len Testa. Now, Len Testa has a lot of connections. For those of you who are old school Disney fans, Len Testa would have the touring plan site where they would predict like the best days for you to go to the park. Plan your itinerary. And Disney Genie has pretty much sucked that idea into their app. But back in the day, that's where you went to check out like park levels, crowd levels based on real data. Because Len Testa is a computer scientist. He's a comp sci guy. So again, he's got a lot of connections. And he also, I think he helped write the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World. I never would buy the photos version, the official one. I would always buy the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World. And I would mark that sucker up, Post-its, all kinds of stuff. That's how I learned to seriously be a theme park commando. And every time there was a new version every year, bought it, started reading it and marking it up. That was worth it. So the fact that it's Len Testa carries a lot of weight, because I thought it was some rando that was talking about this, but Len Testa really isn't some rando. So in short, Testa says that the initial plans for Villains Land have been scrapped and that Imagineers have been asked to go back to the drawing board for bigger, bolder ideas. Here's the latest on the rumor, including what we're hearing and what could be at play. Now, trying to think of how I'm gonna word this. Set the Wayback Machine to the point in time where you had the Disney Imagineers working on Galaxy's Edge, actively working on Galaxy's Edge, actually having plans in place to base it on the original trilogy with a little bit of prequel trilogy, but mostly the original trilogy. If you ever go over there where Star Tours is, and my fellow Disney World visitors will know exactly what I'm talking about. Star Tours, you enter, it's like you're going in through Endor, okay? The life-size AT-AT that's up there. And you leave, you're on Tatooine Traders. All of the, landscaping, scaffolding, everything. It looks like you're on Tatooine. You were literally supposed to exit out of there and literally be on the streets of Mos Eisley. That's what it was supposed to be. Until Kathleen Kennedy convinced Bob Iger that you don't want to base it on something that 50-year-old white guys are fine, do you? You want to build it on the future, the sequel trilogy, right? So all those Imagineers who were working, imagine being an Imagineer, being able to bring your dream of the Star Wars original trilogy to life. Banthas walking around, get Bantha rides. Oh my gosh. Jawas hustling you on the street to buy their, buy the busted robots. Bounty hunters walking around, stormtroopers walking around, people haggling. And I thought we were going to get them. We were supposed to get the Mos Eisley Cantina bar. We were supposed to get that bar. We were supposed to get that effed up bar. If you remember that from Clerks. too. No, was that Mallrats? No, I think it was Mallrats. But either way, we were supposed to get that bar. And Kathleen Kennedy said, nope, 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 nope. So brought that to a halt, and they got sent back to the drawing board. Now, another piece of evidence. Who remembers this? Remember when Epic Universe opened up? Well, I think it was still previews. Who did they spot walking around Epic Universe? Besides Tony Baxter. Everybody knew they were taking shots at Tony Baxter walking around, probably because Tony Baxter was probably visiting some of his acolytes, so to speak. He used to work for him, or probably worked for Universal Creative. Not only was Iger spotted there, but so was Josh D'Amaro. So why do you think they were there? And I think specifically they spent time in Dark Universe. I think Tony Baxter was photographed in Dark Universe. Because remember when Universal announced Epic Universe and they had all this cool video and CGI about Dark Universe. What did Josh roll out at D23? Concept art for Villains Land? And when was the last time Disney delivered the final product that looked like concept art? Probably the Beak and Barrel, but that's kind of like a one-off. Let's see. I will need to see to believe from Josh, but my faith meter is below minimal, which I believe entirely. You know, this was Disney's crown to lose. And they lost it because Universal had been planning to creep up and overtake them for, I want to say, the past 10 years. They've been slowly doing it, market research for what people want to see, what they want to do in the parks. At least tomorrow will actually wear Disney merchandise, unlike the narcissistic weatherman. Yes, he will actually wear Disney swag with his skinny jeans. But yes, he will actually wear Disney swag. Krista Joe says Demaro also watches vloggers too. He tries to stay current on what people are watching and what the influencers like. Yeah, for the most part, people talk very well about Josh Demaro. He really seems to be interested in what the experience is, which is why he's usually out in the parks so much. With Dark Universe being active for the last year, Villains Land needs to launch it out of the park. Yes, and this is why. I believe that they're pulling the plans for that, because if you've been to Dark Universe, I know I have, Tom and Linda have. They've been there. Dark Universe that was the land I didn't know I needed. I was going there for Super Nintendo World, but staying for Dark Universe. There was something just so visceral about it when it's like you walk through the portal, and the way that the portal is, how it transforms you, and you walk out and you're in the village of Darkmoor. There's nothing modern that's there. At night, there are no lights. And it looks so creepy. Everything from how the pavement, how the pavement is, the Gothic architecture, and Monsters Unchained, which is over at the Frankenstein's castle. Spielberg basically said they did that as a love letter to the Haunted Mansion, and that's 100% true. With how it looks before you even get there, the effects that are in it's absolutely freaking amazing what it looks like on the outside. You go there, again, it's so visceral. Even the or the Burning Blade Tavern, like when you start to hear the bells chime or the bell toll, you know it's windmill's gonna light on fire. And it does. And when you go inside, there's parts of the inside of I'm forgetting the name of the darn bar. Tom, you need to help me out. You go in, parts of the wood are charred, like it was on fire, and you can actually smell the sulfur. It is dark, creepy, as it's supposed to be, and just absolutely amazing how they pulled it off. It was just insane. So I am not surprised, one, that they went to Epic Universe scouting out the competition, and two, realizing all the work that went into Dark Universe. Das Steakhouse. It's like Dracula swag that whole place. Between the chairs, between the chandeliers, between all of that stuff. It's just I should have grabbed my pictures. It's absolutely, I'd never been anywhere like that before. Except walking through the Haunted Mansion. Literally, it feels like they took the Haunted Mansion and took all the stuff that made it creepy and eerie and fun and put it in Dark Universe. So let's see what we go here. How many angry punches? I don't know. The OC Register in SoCal is a good tracking source for construction permits, but no idea with Florida's version of it. It would be Orange County. Building permits. I'm trying to remember. Is it Theme Park Stop? I think Theme Park Stop, they're like pros at that, pulling up the contracts or the construction permits that have to be filed. And yet there are some pixie dusters who claim Disney doesn't compete with Universal. Yeah, whatever. Well, they have their head in the sand. The fact that your boy went to Epic Universe tells you all you need to know. They know they were in trouble. They knew. They totally knew. Main Street Media is very kind to Josh. Disney Access YouTubers. Yeah. I found it very interesting that things that were going wrong in the parks, they wanted to blame Bob Iger for it. But it's just like, dude, who's the CEO of Parks and Experiences? Josh DeMar. Why does he get a pass? You will never get an answer to that from Pixie Dusters. Because he's protected. Remember, folks, cupcakes are Publix. Y'all get the joke. If you want to match Dark Universe, your Disney villains need to be unapologetically evil. You can't play the sympathetic game. That is 100% true. We do not care about Maleficent losing her wings. We just care about when she's going to turn into a fire-breathing dragon. That's what we care about, for the most part. Villain's Land won't be open until 2030 or later. By that time, Dark Universe will likely have a new Creature from the Black Lagoon ride, plus other expansions in Epic, new Potter, and Nintendo rides. Yes, they did announce for the 100th year of Universal that, surprise, surprise, not surprise, they're going to be expanding Epic Universe. For those of us who have been, we know where those expansion pads are. They built that park with the intent of expanding. So, lots going to be coming. A whole lot's going to be coming. How long will construction take? The Tron coaster took 7 years. I know. That was ridiculous. Who knows when it's going to be built? I know Josh has to, for some reason, Disney's been dragging out construction. They need to fix that. They really do. Look at my comment above that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Unless there's one I missed. See, Disney needs to be careful. They cannot script their flagship park, but it's Disney, modern day, lazy Disney. Yeah, it's very tough. Very, very, very tough. There is a way that they could actually do it. But they have to let Imagineering be Imagineering. They can't have like that villain show that they had. Remember, I walked in to that show that was over in the studios. Was it Villains Tonight? It was like villains in American Idol. And it was just such a joke. The Disney villains used to make you genuinely scared. And they've forgotten about that. People like the villains because they are unrepentantly evil. And they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. There's this, I won't say shame. Well, yeah, it is. There's this kind of like shame. You don't like the villains, do you? Even that game Disney Dreamlight Valley that I used to play, when they started trying to make you have sympathy for villains, I was like, F this game. No. You don't trust the Sea Witch. And you definitely don't trust Mother Gothel. Just saying. Supposedly 2028. Really? I don't know. Depends on how fast they get that construction done. Let's see. Kiss My Grit. Thank you so much for that. I gotta hit you up with the old school clip. This is pathetic. Yeah.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
All right, says unpopular opinion. A land celebrating evil doesn't belong at Magic Kingdom. If I were parks chairman, I'd recommend transforming Storybook Circus to Villains Twisted Midway, a wicked carnival experience full of shenanigans. I like that idea, actually. Yeah, I really do. That would be cool. The games are all rigged, like the casino, the house always wins. Thank you so very much for that $19.99 super chat. Sure to appreciate that. Yeah, the thing is, I like Storybook Circus. So I might have to fight you on that because I like the whole aesthetic of the Storybook Circus. I do, but Villains Twisted Midway, yeah, I can see that. They just have to be. I drank way too much sparkling water. It should be unrepentantly evil. You know what? It should be like that villains bar in Shrek 2. But they hire Puss in Boots. Just saying. Erica says one of my son's friends is in the DCP, Disney College Program, and is in some engineering internship. He about to find out. I advise he plug into YouTube folks in this space and don't rule out Universal Creative. Yeah. There's a reason why Islands of Adventure is so popular, but Epic Universe, I was dead ass tired and still didn't want to go home. In Super Nintendo World, folks aren't leaving there. anytime soon. Nope. Super Nintendo World is so darn popular. When you enter Epic Universe, there is a dedicated checkout line to getting the power-up bands. I have mine, I got Princess Peach. Thanks. So you can buy your power-up band, so you're not clogging up Super Nintendo World in order to do it. I need to go back soon so I can finally order my Princess Peach cake, because when I went, table next to me had the last Princess Peach cake. I was so mad. Ugh, so darn mad. So darn mad. Storybook Circus needs a Casey Jr., a real one. Mm-hmm. How will they handle a villain's land if they can't even put a villain into Tiana's Bayou adventure? Well, this is probably what it has to do with that. You know, scrapping the plans, because if the original plans, and it may have taken time. Well, first of all, you had the changeover in leadership. Iger probably just sat on it, lame duck, whatever, and knowing that Josh is a parks person, it's like, okay, now I'm CEO. What are you planning to do for Villains Land? And who knows, it probably could have been some hokey crap where it's just all funny and tongue-in-cheek and whatever. It needs to have that kind of terror. And tell me if you guys remember this. You remember going into Snow White's Scary Adventures at Disney World and being scared to death of when that witch turned, when it looked like it was the evil queen and turned around and you saw the witch's face? Yeah. It needs to be that freaking level. Okay? You were so freaking scared, which is why you loved it when good won over in the end. So if they can't get their villains right, that whole land is going to fail. And that's just it. We like our villains unrepentant, and that's this. There was a time when Disney did that. They were not afraid to make villains, clear, black and white, Now they want you to have sympathy for Maleficent. Lord, what they did to my girl, that live action movie. I was so pissed. Oh my gosh, I got on my darn nerves. Yet Dr. Facilier is still not going to be represented in Villains Land, right? I may have that wrong. They may have changed that. I am surprised. Dr. Facilier is one of the most popular villains. I mean, when he at the Halloween party, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, when they have the stage show, there's two characters that get a ton of applause. One is Dr. Facilier, and the other is Oogie Boogie. Something else. Once he's CEO, he can start calling the investors being just Josh. It's going to be interesting hearing from him at the next earnings call, which should be coming up soon, I believe. I don't think I missed it. It's going to be interesting because Iger kind of likes to do that soft shoe dance, and we'll see what Josh has to say. I imagine he was told that park is better. I bet you he was, because you can't deny the difference. Universal went from concept to making something like Dark Universe. And here's also the other thing about Dark Universe. Dark Universe went viral on the internet. I mean, when Camera Girl is telling me that she wants to, get video with Igor, because Igor is such a viral thing on TikTok. People are taking pictures of him, taking video of him or whatever. And she was like, I have to get video with Igor, which she finally did and put it up there. And people were losing their darn minds. They were just like, you got to meet Igor. You got to go in Das Steakhouse. You got to go, where the Burning Blade Tavern is, all of that. But no one's really talking virally about Disney that way. And Universal managed to take a property that they own, an old Monsterverse, and imagine that, putting it on the level of, like, say, Super Nintendo World. You go for Super Nintendo World, but you get sucked into Dark Universe, and people are just like, this place is flipping amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Monsters Unchained, that ride is, oh my God, that ride is awesome. I bet you Josh is trying to figure out how to reverse engineer that one. That loading area is one of the most inventive I've ever been in. It's like Dr. Frankenstein's lab with like lightning and stuff, and the whole platform rotates, and it's just, even down to the costumes that the team members are wearing. It is absolutely freaking amazing. I miss Scary Adventures. That was an unhinged ride, and I loved it. Yeah, me too. I love that. And Alien Terrestrial. Yes. I used to go in that attraction and pretend it was Alien and scare people. People were genuinely scared to go in there. I'm like, wow, the power of suggestion is awesome. Especially when they make that sound of like somebody's neck being snapped and then water dropped on you, but in your mind you thought it was blood. Yeah, but Eisner thought it was too scary. Nah, it was freaking perfect. That and the Heffalumps and Woozle scene from the Pooh ride. Dude, that pink elephant scene in Winnie the Pooh will always haunt. No. The Pooh ride. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Dumbo. Elephants on Parade. Somebody must have been hitting a lot of LSD when they came up with it. But yes, the Heffalumps and Woozle scene. Yeah, that was like wild. Disney's going to have a fine line to walk. Alien Encounter was too terrifying for kids and some adults. So how far can they take villains into dark and scary before kids start freaking out? And that's kind of like the thing. It used to be a time when you had these dark fairy tales. And it was kind of like, facing your fear. I was brave enough to go in there, and deal with villains and all that. So it's going to be interesting what they come up with. And it may be, if they do it like on the order of the haunt, because see, the Haunted Mansion to me is the perfect blueprint. There was nothing redeeming about Master Gracie. I mean, dude basically says ghosts are gonna follow you home. Bruh, for real? All I want to do is walk up in your house. That's it. Disney isn't ready to compete with Pokemon. That's a worst case scenario. Oh, I had an argument with somebody about that. They're like, Disney is a worldwide brand. I said, are you kidding me? Not now. Pokemon, I think, has the highest brand identity. It was a Pokemon or a Nintendo? I think it's Pokemon, Nintendo, Hello Kitty. I don't even think Disney's on the list. If they are, they're way, way down, like at the bottom. That's another thing. Yeah, Universal got access to Pokemon, so that's coming. Monsters Unchained, it's the best ride I've ever experienced. Man, that Phantom of the Opera section. So dope. Bye, my dear. Thanks so much for being here. My girl. Let's see. Start by addressing which will surely be the viral social media take on the headline, of course. The rumor from Testa says that the initial plans were scrapped, not that the Villains Land as a whole has been canceled. I don't know who got that idea or how y'all came up with that. There's too much of a commitment to Villains Land. I think they had like a little ceremony or whatever. Villains Land was coming. Budget was allocated for that. So no one's saying that it's been, canceled. It's just being retooled. So will likely be the biggest single magnet to draw visitation to the resort for decades to come. Okay, that's pushing it, y'all. But then again, this is Blog Mickey, the same site who said that Tiana's Bayou adventure was a necessary downgrade. I'm never going to let y'all live that down. Ever. So, from Testa, here's a quote. I'm hearing the initial plans for Villains Land have been scrapped. Imagineers have been told to think of bigger, bolder ideas. Budget secondary. Know what that reminds me of? Say what you want about Michael Eisner. He gave Imagineering the money that they needed. They were just like, what do you need? What do you need? He actually respected Imagineering. Not sure if this is a new player's new game for Josh as CEO. It's forced to be. Disney is an expensive park to visit. If you've seen, how much it costs just to get in the door, just to stay in a hotel, just to visit for one day, if you're local, it is not cheap. And here's the thing, you can charge as much as you want. If consumers see value in it, they will pay it. It's like for the reason that even though you're an annual pass holder, you'll still pay that extra amount of money to go to Epic Universe day after day. Why? Because the perceived value is there. And there was a point in time where Disney used to talk about how affordable they were. That was the thing. It's like, it's affordable. You go and you get all of these cool perks. The value was there. The value's not there now. At least that's the perception that people have when they look at the prices, when they look at how much it costs, $8 for a Mickey ice cream head bar. That's like, come on. So basically said, you need to come up with something that will make people want to visit repeatedly. Like, give us something different. Give us something we haven't seen before. Give us something, like case in point, give us something that makes people think truly of Sleeping Beauty. Maleficent, her lair, probably having it smell like sulfur, probably having green and yellow fire, Give us that. Give us the evil queen, what her cauldron room looks like. As much as I couldn't stand Snow White, they got that scene right for the evil queen, what her lair looked like. Ursula from The Little Mermaid, with her garden of souls. Can you imagine that? Having to wade through the Garden of Souls and feeling them kind of pushing back on you, just like they did to Ariel in the cartoon. That's the kind of stuff that we're looking to have. With Imagineering, it's not just about the story, but it's also about an emotional connection and response that you'll have. And you see it in all the classic Imagineering attractions. Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion. Okay. One of my favorites, especially Tower Terror. Oh my God. Tower Terror is freaking amazing. Let's see. Budget secondary. Now you have my attention. Latest rumors that Pokemon will be in the addition in the Islands of Adventure, not Zelda. Zelda might be added at Epic. I can kind of see that. I kind of wish there would be Zelda at Islands of Adventure, but yeah, at Epic that would match. I mean, that's Nintendo. I mean, Pokemon is Nintendo too, uh, but yeah, I think they have more room to truly make Hyrule at Epic. That's what I'm thinking. Give us whimsy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Save your money for a flight to Tokyo. Funny you should mention that because that's exactly what I'm doing. I have my Tokyo guidebook here somewhere. I'm planning to go to, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, go to Tokyo Disneyland in 2027. And I've been looking at like the hotels and what, oh my gosh, what the hotels look like. I can't believe it. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to go to Tokyo Disneyland. Yes, give us the sleeping dragon under the castle at Disneyland Paris in this villain's land. Absolutely. I would so love to see that. Pokemon is way bigger than Zelda. Excuse me, I'll have 4 hours of sleep last night. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, remember the concept work? Yeah, Josh was like, you know, Epic Universe not only announces all their, I think how many lands? I think it's 2 that they had announced. They had announced, I think it was How to Train Your Dragon and Dark Universe. So Josh comes up, they came up with this after that announcement, like, look, we got concept art to show you. It's like, yeah, but Universal's like already building that stuff, over there. So let's see, they announced it at 2024 D23 Expo, where the concept art for the land was first revealed. Again, this was when Epic Universe announced officially what their opening date was. The new Villains Land will be home to 2 major attractions, dining and shopping on an incredibly twisted grand scale. That's it. Okay, so the the art, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Mysterious spell, summon villains from every realm. In Villains Land, there might not be a happily ever after. Okay. You're with villains, so But then again, this is a rumor. However, I am not surprised. Again, you have to compete with Epic Universe, and that's the reality, which is why Josh and Iger and company went over there in the first place. You notice Tony Baxter was just strolling through there with the biggest smile on his face, because think about it. Okay. With that fiasco known as Tiana's Bayou Adventure, right? And he's got like his acolytes working, some of them that probably studied it, worked under Tony Baxter, opened up Epic Universe, something that's never been seen and never been done before, where they had to push the limits of current technology and then push past that. And if you go back and listen to, I think, what the CEO said at that time, it said, if money was no object, what should we do? So, writing is on the wall. Villains Land needs to be nothing short of a home run. Well, we already know that. We 100% already know that they have to knock this out of the park. They have to do it right. They have to give us something that is going to knock our socks off. We can't have another Galaxy's Edge. And we certainly can't have another Galactic Star Cruiser. That's for sure. But yeah, let's see. Disney World filed a permit showing the location of the attractions building within Villains Land and Piston Peak National Park. That's a Piston Peak that they're working on. So, either way, what some of the construction looks like. So, RIP Rivers of America. Back over this way. It's all drained. There's Big Thunder Mountain. Yeah. So we shall see. So I'll skip the rest of the pixie dusted stuff that's down there, but the takeaway from this is I'm not surprised that allegedly, this is what Josh D'Amaro told his Imagineers, the standard's already been set. Word has definitely been out, and I think by May, Epic Universe will have been open for a year. People know what it is. People seen the pictures. People seen the videos. People seen the live streams. They know how just absolutely insane Epic Universe is. So you have to come up with something to beat that. It's going to be interesting, but I will say this much. Josh actually has parks experience, which is what Iger did not have. So it's going to be interesting how he takes this forward. I hope it works out, but we'll see. We'll see what the D'Amaro era brings us with respect to Walt Disney World. They can do the funniest thing ever, make a dark fairy tale land, and then use all those fairy tales that are public domain, beating Disney to the punch. That's interesting. Tokyo was incredible, so clean, so well maintained. I am very excited about visiting Tokyo. That's been on my bucket list, man. I'll be so broke when I get back. There's so much I want to do and see. And it's like I've been to Europe 3 times. No, I've been to Europe 5 times. I've been to Canada 3 times. So I want to visit Asia. So I'm excited about that. I want to go see Tokyo Disneyland and Universal Studios Japan. All right, both of those. Okay, well, let's wrap it up with a little bit of fun at the end of the show. I saw this on X, and it just really made me smile today, and I hope it's gonna make you guys smile as well. I'll probably get claimed for this, but it's near the end of the show, so I don't care. Here we go. Go, Snoopy! He looks so cute. Snoopy is Spider-Man. Thor and Loki. Charlie Brown is Loki. Hulk smash. Snoopy Hulk smash. Yeah. I just thought that was so cute. Where's Red Baron? I don't know. But I thought this is really cute. And I think this is from yep. Well, a fan account, but it's fun. So definitely check that out. Snoopy Hulk looks great. I love Snoopy Hulk. They're all real cool. Absolutely cool. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight here on the Spice Lounge. I hope you had some fun hanging out with me. let me know in the comments, especially those of you watching this on replay. What do you think about the Tomorrow era? Supposedly the Tomorrow era. I'm pretty much wait and see right now. What is he going to do? And is he going to deliver something that people will willingly want to spend money for? We shall have to see. All right, folks. Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I sure do appreciate it. I will see you all Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern for our watch party for Rumble in the Bronx, starring Jackie Chan. Retro Nerd Girl will be on the panel with me as well. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I am so thankful and so blessed to be around you guys. Take care, and I, of course, will see you all very, very soon. Bye.
All right, everyone. Let's tidy things up.
Autobots, start your engines!
Not under the rug.
We'll keep singing without fail, otherwise we'd spoil it.
Ready, Prime. Let's roll.
Hosing down the garbage pail and scrubbing up the toilet.
That's all, folks.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.